Hi, and welcome to the daily market review for 25/18. So we had a nice day today. Overall, good numbers after hours from Facebook, Visa, PayPal, AMD. So a good day. I had a little morning sell-off and then picked up in the afternoon. But let's look at some charts here now. Let's see what we got. So we'll start with some S&P 500, SPY, QQQ, and IWM. So SPY, again came down to the 200 SMA and had a nice pop. Now this has been getting tested quite a bit, and every time we come down here, we actually, hasn't have a nice strong support here. It's a good thing as long as it's holding, Here we broke a couple of times, but we actually held on to it for a longer, and even here. So far so good as long as we hold on to this, 200 SMA. If we break this, we got some nice, way to go to 252. Now, but considering how the numbers were today from the companies, from Facebook, Visa, PayPal, a lot of big companies, we should be able to do okay. My only concern is you also look at this bearish divergence on the MACD. And other thing that we can also look at this chart in a little different way. So let's just take out this Fibonacci lines out of here, and let's just look at this downtrend from here and an uptrend from here, and we kind of like fall in that triangle, and as long as we're in this channel, once we kind of get close to this thing, we will have to find a direction sometime in May. We might be just channeling in this triangle here until May. Either we break out of this channel of this line and make a way up, that could possibly happen, or a way down. So we got to keep an eye on this, this little box here, what the SPY does, and like I also said, this bearish divergence on the MACD here. So even though we had a nice day today and good numbers, and I'm still overall, we'll have green days tomorrow and maybe Fridays if we have good numbers tomorrow from Microsoft, Amazon, and Intel, no doubt. But just we have to be careful going forward if you are a long-term trader. These things don't really make a difference to me as a trader personally, because I'm usually I would do day trading, swing very small amounts, but still, you gotta as a trader too, you gotta keep an eye on these technicals. QQQ. This is interesting. I was mentioning last night that we might test at 200. We kind of like came down to 156, but then we had a nice pop. It held on. It held on to this 156 support here, 155, 156 support, and popped, and a nice reversal hammer on a daily. Amazing, good reversal. Same thing goes here too. As we look at this MACD, a nice bearish divergence too. So that's my other concern on there. And I'm also looking into a head and shoulder pattern here. Now, yes, we had Facebook reporting good numbers today. You got Amazon tomorrow. That's going to set a nice tone into the market going into Friday. And Apple next week. So we got to hold this line, 156. We've been testing it a couple times here. We break it, we're going to test at 200 and then possibly fill this gap to 147. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to make any decisions here, but just looking at this head and shoulders, that's the concerning part. So you got to be careful going into a couple days and next week. IWM. Now, yesterday it held on to this 153 level. Today it did the same, and it had a nice pop, close to 150 to 154.20. So not as bad. Holding this 153. I feel this is gonna kind of go down and make a nice green candles coming in few days here. For a few days, it always does that. It has like 5 red candles, and then it pops. A little weak today, unlike the Qs and the SPY closing green. This closing on red today, which is kind of unusual for this. But hey, you know, again the same thing. This actually does not have the bearish divergence. This has a nice, still a decent MACD. So I got to keep an eye on this. This can actually make a move. Now BABA. Before we get into BABA, and I have there are a lot of people that are trading BABA, and a lot of I love BABA. I've been trading for quite some time, and I'm not, but I'm just the chart wise. I'm gonna say a couple of things that you have to keep in mind. Now today, it was brought to my attention that by Tech Money that BABA always bounces from 166, and guess what? He was actually absolutely right. 166 line, every single time bounced, and here too bounced, and even today, it will definitely bounce from here. My only concern that I'm looking at here is also a bearish divergence, and with the MACD crossing down now, and that's the concern. It can easily turn up from here and make a way up like it does here, like it's kind of crossing and then it just goes up. So it can do the same thing here. It can easily just curl up from here, but you got to keep in mind right here is the MACD crossing over, and that's my concern. Besides that, I think it's looking good after hours, up almost $1.50. So with this market, that's pretty good. So keep an eye on BABA. I play it almost every day, either up long or short side, but you gotta just keep an eye. If you're a long-term trader, that's what you have to look at. Moving on to Adobe. This was a play of the day today. Didn't really play heavy on it, okay, but it was an amazing play, and I'll show you exactly what happened here. This was nothing to do with charts. So Adobe, we were actually we had a option scanner at Blackbox, and we followed this every single day. So we saw this coming at 10:04, 220s for 460 at the ask, and the stock was at 213.60 at 115K. All right, so we saw it. We like, okay, fine. When we had one more at 10:10, again same strike price, 220. For now at 456, so it's kind of 452, so a little drop for 156K. Then we had at 1018, so we saw this, and okay, something's going on here at 1018, and now they are moving, so they're already up like 20 to 25 cents from here for 176K. So each time you see the price going up, and bam, we bought it. I bought one contract for 475 and sold at like 640 or something. So bought at the low of the day, almost at 213ish, sold at 219. Just nothing to do with charts. It was, you can say it was holding support, right here, okay, and sold it at 219. So nothing like, it was sold it right here. So nothing like to do with charts much, but it was basically completely a flow following the option scanner. Just three plays here, heavy value, heavy amount, and we bought it. So if you're a Blackbox member and you're watching this video, make sure you're following the flow. Make sure you're keeping an eye on it. If you see something unusual, you try to play something. It definitely work out if you see something unusual. Home Depot. This is what I bought today. I think this has been just way oversold. Just way oversold. RSI is like hardly like at like 35s, 40. Nice support at the 170, resistance of 180. Got some support at this 175-ish. MACD is nicely curled up. The earnings are at 515. This goes back over 180. I picked up 180s for June, and I expect these to at least be at 185-ish before earnings. We need one good day in the market, because this was green today. Even on a nice, even the Dow was like kind of here and there, this stayed green overall. So I am bull. I am a bull on Home Depot. SMH, semiconductor ETF. Now what happened here was that last week we had a Taiwanese TSM semiconductor report earnings. They guided down. Entire semis took a hit. 1, 2, 3, 5 red days. Almost down from 102 to 95. Nice reversal hammer. Now again here, this is also a chart play. Plus, I'll show you this. SMH. We had some flow today, with 97 calls for next week's at the ask, at above ask, and one at the bid. Okay, but yesterday at 423, we saw a lot of flow on it. We saw some nice 427s. Actually, today's 425. So let's look at this. Okay, so 427s, 98. 615 June's 102s at the ask. We also saw June 150, June's 102 at the ask. A lot of this week's 97, 98, next week's 100. A lot of calls on this oversold stock right here. They just got way oversold, holding the support at 95 from back in here, February 9th, and then today. A nice pop, and now it's probably moving nicely after hours, almost buck. Actually buck and at the well, let's put it 97.80, so $1.10. I picked a small amount after today. I think this is gonna go back over 100 soon. I see this going around at least right at this level. 100 exact actually. Yeah. This is what I bought. Actually, I think I bought this on Monday. Yeah, yesterday morning, I think, or Friday. I don't remember. But I bought Walmart. I like it. Holding nicely at the 85 support all the way around here, back from October gap up. Earnings coming up in May 17th. I picked some 87.50s for June. I expect this to get over 90 soon. I think once we break out of this price range over here, which also got stuck today at 87.73. Once we break out of this, we go. We'll have a resistance around this level at 90. So I expect this to get going soon, going into earnings. The last one I bought today was Lockheed Martin. Now, they had earnings yesterday. They reported really good numbers, guided well, down almost, $40 in 2 days. I mean, hit that 163, came all the way down and tested at 200 SMA today. And bounced really hard from that 320-ish all the way to 329. I bought 335 calls for June. I think this gets over 340, next week, this maybe tomorrow or next week. This is a fast mover. If it can drop down $40, this can easily go back $10 in a day easily. So I'll keep an eye on this again in oversold category. I like this stock, and I like how it bounced out at 200 SMA today. So keep an eye on this as this can lead the different stocks higher. So and I'm playing UPS ER. I think that's gonna be a nice ER, and so I think I'll say keep an eye on Walmart, SMH, and Home Depot. These three I think are the next big place that can move and make some nice profits. So that's all I have for today, and if you have any questions, please follow me on StockTwits at Eye on Wall Street. If you're a Discord Black Box member, you can feel free to DM me and have any questions. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.